Hello everyone, I am Piyush. Welcome to my channel. In this video, I will share with you my budget while staying in Los Angeles. If you don't know me, I am a student at Purdue. I am pursuing my master's in construction management and I am here in Los Angeles for my internship for 6 months. We will see how much you can expect when you are staying in LA, including all the expenses such as rent, eating out, groceries, and everything else. So, without wasting any time, let's get into it. So, the first component in my budget is rent. Rent will be a major component of your budget, and you need to plan it carefully while signing a lease to make sure that you are not spending too much. You should know if you want to live in a private room or you are willing to share your apartment. For me, I prefer staying alone, and that's why I have a private bedroom with a private bathroom. And I got this apartment for $930 with which I negotiated with my leaseholder, and she was ready to reduce the rent for me because I told I have some budget issues, which is why she reduced the rent for me. You can also try negotiating your rent, whether it's a lease or a sublease. Most of the times, the leaseholders or the landlord or the landlady are ready to negotiate your rent if you're honest about your intentions that you don't have enough money or you have some budget constraints. They would be more than happy to reduce the rent because they don't want their apartments to be vacant and they want rent coming in, so they would be happy to help you in that case. So for a private apartment, you can expect anywhere around 1000, 1100 or 1200. If you negotiate it, it might be around 900 or 1000. If you are willing to share your apartment with your friends, it might be the rent might be even lower. That might be around 500 or $600. So you will save some money if you are willing to share your apartment. But if you want to live alone, 900 or 1000 would be a good range to consider for your budget. Second component is utilities. So most of the apartments I know have all the utilities included in their rent except the electricity, which you have to pay according to your usage. Apartments require you to pay Wi-Fi bills or trash bills or electricity and some other bills too. But for me, everything is included. I only have to pay the electricity bill and have budgeted around $50 per month, which is an amount on the higher side. But considering that sometimes the electricity might be higher in winter and low in summer, on an average, I think $50 or $40 would be a good range to consider. Third is grocery. So I don't prefer eating out and I prefer cooking at home because it saves you a lot of money and it's also healthy for you. If you want to eat outside, a meal can range anywhere from $7, $8 going to 15, 20 or $30 as per your needs. There are many fancy restaurants in Los Angeles and it's easy to get tempted to eat out, but I suggest that be disciplined and try to cook at home as much as you can. I have considered 150 as my grocery budget, which I think is sufficient for me considering I buy rotis, rice, vegetables, and milk, bread, eggs, and all the other things included. So for the first month, as it was my first time coming to the city, I didn't have any groceries with me because the flight didn't allow that because of the baggage restrictions. So I got each and every groceries here. So for the first month, my grocery bill was a lot higher than expected. I had budgeted around $150, but for the first month it was $370, which is more than double. But for the second month, it is less than 100 or around 100. So over the long run, I think $150 for grocery is a good range. Next is insurance. So whenever you have a lease or a sublease, they require you to have a renter's insurance by yourself to protect you from fires or any other events that might take place. So I have an insurance from Lemonade. They charge $10 per month, which I think is the cheapest and many people use it. So you can go with them without any worries. And 10, even if you go with any other companies, I think 5, 10 or $15 should be a good range for your insurance per month. Next component is traveling. I love to travel. I like going to various cities in the US, going with my friends and enjoying life because you don't want to save all your money for your retirement and you want to enjoy life while you are a student. So for traveling, I have budgeted around $300, which includes everything ranging from Uber, Lyft, renting out your car, or going to any states with flights or buses or trains. So I think $300 is a good amount and it should be sufficient per month for your traveling needs. The next component is eating out. I have already explained that I don't prefer eating out that much, but sometimes my taste buds want some good food and tasty food from restaurants. So sometimes on weekends or on some special occasions, I like eating out and trying various cuisines that are there in Los Angeles. You will love the food out here. You should definitely explore some different types of food that are offered here and you will like it. So for that I have budgeted around $150, which I think is a good amount. If I go out on weekends and eat every weekend and consider one meal as $30, so 30 into 4 weeks should be $120, which should be sufficient for you. The last component of my budget is miscellaneous expenses. This include all the expenses that can't be categorized in any of the sections that I mentioned above. And suppose you want to go to any concert or you want to go to any sports event, or if there is any unforeseen emergency event that you have to face, or anything else that can be included in miscellaneous. For my budget, I have considered it to be $300, which I think should be sufficient for me. My total monthly budget in Los Angeles comes out to be around $1,900, which I think is more than sufficient for you to live in Los Angeles. You might think that coming to a big city might be too expensive, but if you budget out the categories properly, it's very easy to stay around $2,000 per month or even less than that. Suppose you don't want to eat out anytime, you can just cut that $150. You can also reduce your grocery budget and you can always tweak with the numbers to see what budget matches you. But for me, it's $1,900 per month. For the first month, I saved $200 on that, so my total expenses was $1,600 or $1,700. For the second month, it's almost $1,900. So for me, $1,900 is a good budget and it's a good estimate. So also, if you are willing to share your apartment again, your rent will be significantly reduced, and this $1,900 amount can be significantly reduced and you would save a lot of money. That's my budget staying in Los Angeles. I still have 4 months to go and I will see how the budget pans out, and I hope I stay under budget. It's important to budget your money because sometimes it's easy to overspend your money. You never know what you are spending your money on. So it's better to budget so you know that how much you are spending, and just to see where you can save your money. Leave your comment down below what you think about this and what's your budget living in Los Angeles or living in any other city in the US. I would be happy to know about that. Thank you again for watching this video. Until next time.